All right, hello everybody. How is everybody doing? Welcome everyone to the stream. Hello, hello. Phil here, live. Starting up a fresh new day full of streaming goodness for all of you. Today is April 9th, 2020. And how is everyone? I hope you're doing well. I welcome you all to the streams. A full-on double streaming day of goodness for you. New releases today as well, which is always a good thing. You know, continuing on with the new releases of the last couple of weeks. And tomorrow we'll have another brand new release, which is really cool. So awesome stuff all around, right? So, everyone, welcome. What is going on? Let's talk about what's going on. Today is the conclusion of Resident Evil 3 Remake, at least the story portion of the game. Finally going to wrap it up today. I know this is the fourth stream of the game, and no one thought it would take me this long to beat it, but at the same time, it's hardcore mode, so number one, it's much harder. You know, there have been a lot of deaths. Number two, some of the bosses have been pretty difficult because of hardcore mode. It makes them way more challenging. And number three, you guys have been very supportive during this playthrough. So there's been a hell of a lot of interactions and everything during the playthrough, delaying the gameplay. So, for someone who's just playing this, at face value, offline, probably could beat it, around 7.5 hours. But for me, having to interact with everyone, update leaderboards and everything, it basically stretches out the playthrough a lot. That last stream that I did on Monday, on my actual birthday, that one was pretty wild, and thank you guys so much for all of your support. For those who were here on Monday, that was a crazy-ass stream, for sure. But today, we're definitely going to finish it up. From what I'm to understand, about an hour left in the game, but at the same time, the final boss apparently is a mother bitch. Like everyone is saying on Nightmare mode, the final boss is a crazy pain in the ass puzzle boss. Yes, a puzzle boss. Can't just beat it straight up. Have to know its weaknesses. Have to, figure out how to expose the weak points so that you can actually beat it. So I guess we shall see. Okay? How long it takes me to beat the game. Then, after that, once we do wrap up Resident Evil 3, I'll be switching over to Resident Evil Resistance to give it a shot and see what the hell it is. Okay? I really have no idea besides I know it's multiplayer. That's it. That's all I know about it. So, we'll see together. What is Resident Evil Resistance? Now, some people have asked me, is this the only time I'm ever going to play Resident Evil Resistance? It really depends on what it is and if I like it. If it's something that I play for a little bit here today and it just doesn't seem very interesting, then no, I'm probably never going back to it. If it's something that maybe I only get a tiny bit of time to play today and I don't feel like I've really fleshed out what it is, then yeah, I'll probably play it again. Or maybe I'll play it and actually find it interesting and I'll want to play it again, then yeah, obviously I'll play it again. All right? We have the flexibility in the schedule to do stuff like that. So let's see. Let's play it by ear and let's see how it goes today. Let's see how it goes. Fair enough? Okay. So, the conclusion of Resident Evil 3 and maybe some Resident Evil Resistance depending on how things go today. Alright. Then, tonight, it's time for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, we're in the midst of the Bunny Day event. The Bunny Day event ends this coming Sunday. So this will really be our last opportunity to gather eggs, maybe craft some Bunny Day stuff. If I even do that, because I know my wife's been crafting it all. And so I don't know if I want to craft more of it or just kind of do other stuff to try to, see what the goals are. And in reality, my wife told me that there's going to be a new villager moving to our island today. So that'll be cool to check out and see who it is. But also to see, where are we with the island development? If you remember, when I played on Monday night, I gave the money to finish up a bridge construction. So maybe that's finished, and we can see, how is the island doing, and what's the next major project, because I have no idea what the next major project is going to be. So I guess we'll figure that out tonight as we play, right? So that's tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow, it's a big new release day, everybody. It's Final Fantasy VII Remake. We've all been waiting for this for quite some time. Very excited to finally be playing it tomorrow and see what they've done with this game. Being that Final Fantasy VII, I always said, I felt was a good game, and I actually really liked the combat of the game, but I always felt it was massively overrated. I didn't like the story of the game as much as Final Fantasy IV or VI, and I thought that the reason that it was always overhyped as a game was because it was the first 3D Final Fantasy on the PlayStation. It had jumped consoles from the Nintendo consoles, which were always 2D Final Fantasies, to 3D, and I really felt the game kind of got overhyped and always got more credit than it deserved. But my major criticism was always the story. I always felt the story was kind of weak, and I didn't really like half the characters in the game. The characters that I liked, I felt didn't get enough time or didn't get fleshed out enough. Well, in this Final Fantasy VII Remake, they're stretching the game out into potentially 3 to 4 parts. Part 1 is supposed to be 40 hours long just being in Midgar, which is actually like the first intro segment of the game. So, we're going to see together, starting tomorrow, what have they done? Have they massively improved the game? How is the combat? How are the graphics? What's going on with the plot with all these characters? Are they actually fleshed out better now and more interesting, or are they still boring as dirt? I don't know. We're going to find out, okay? So, tomorrow, Final Fantasy VII Remake premieres. Hope you'll be here for that. Should be a big, fun event. Tomorrow night, my weekly throwback stream of Classic Street Fighter. I certainly hope this goes better than last week, because my last week session did not go very well. It wasn't my fault. The game just didn't work. Everyone was on there trying to play each other, and it just kept crashing constantly, so no one could consistently play each other. Sounds like their servers completely either overloaded or just fell apart. So, we'll see tomorrow night what happens. I want to keep playing Classic Street Fighter, but if we keep having miserable times with this thing, you know, I can't foresee myself, you know, keeping up with this, quite frankly. I honestly think that if we have another 1 to 2 sessions that are that bad, sadly, that's going to be it for Classic Street Fighter, which I don't want to do. You know, I don't want to do. I want to keep playing it because I love it. It's that those are the games I grew up with, and you guys tell me you like it when I play it once a week. So hopefully, let's hope for the best. Let's hope that tomorrow things will be better than they were last week. All right. Then on Saturday, more Final Fantasy VII Remake, followed by Morrowind, my weekly Morrowind chill stream. Sunday, we'll break it up a bit, and we'll do some more Neo 2. I'm currently in the midst of a major story mission in Neo 2, so we'll see how that goes. Big boss fight and everything coming up. And then Sunday night, Animal Crossing New Horizons Bunny Day celebration stream. To actually celebrate Bunny Day, which is in real life we call it Easter, but they call it Bunny Day in the game. We're going to see what happens, if there's anything special festivities-wise going on that day. That should be fun. And then on Monday, more Final Fantasy VII Remake and my weekly Minecraft chill stream. This stream could be pretty interesting because not only are we going to continue to gather resources, but potentially I'm going to be going into the Nether. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I may return to the Nether. This would be the first time that I've been to the Nether in a ridiculously long time. That, by the way, that's a garbage truck outside. If you're wondering what that noise is, they're taking our trash right now. But, yeah, the first time I've been to the Nether in quite some time. All right? So we'll see what happens on Monday night. Will I survive? How will it go? So that's the week. I'm off from streaming on Tuesday, but next week we'll have a good balance of Final Fantasy VII Remake with Neo 2 and all the chill streams at night. Now, we are fastly approaching a couple things. First of all, the Viewer's Choice playthrough events will begin soon. Not yet, but soon. I must urge all of you to continue to vote on the Viewer's Choice playthrough events. All right, please vote, because the more you vote, the better the outcome. Remember, the top 2 games in the Viewer's Choice are going to be, excuse me, the top 2 games in the Viewer's Choice are going to be played as full playthroughs, and one of them will be starting to be played probably within, I want to say within like a week, like maybe around the 3rd week of April, I'll start putting it into the rotation. I figure that Final Fantasy VII will be very hyped the first week, so I'll play a lot of it, but then I will balance that out with other stuff starting that next week, okay? And then keep in mind, there's many other things going on. Many other things going on, including the potential of doing Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign, the potential of Trials of Mana, which is coming out later this month, okay? Some people have asked me to start up or continue my Metal Gear Solid 1 playthrough. That's potentially going to happen. Among other things, I could always resume my Mega Man Zero playthroughs. There's a lot of stuff that I can do for the rest of the month. There's definitely not going to be a dead month at all. Even though the new releases may be starting to dry up a bit, we're going to have tons of stuff to do for the rest of this month. I hope you guys realize. So, let's see how it goes. And play it by ear. But I'm excited. This next week is going to be great with Final Fantasy starting tomorrow. And then, of course, all the other stuff coming up. All right? So, the most important thing you can remember, please keep voting. All right? Please keep voting. How do you vote for the Viewer's Choice event? Well, you can either type ! Viewer's Choice into the stream chat. That's a chat command that will bring up the link. Or you can just wait every 20 minutes or so. The link will actually pop up itself here in the stream. And please vote. The more votes, the better. It's still anyone's game. Even though there may be a couple games that are in the lead, that doesn't mean that, a couple dozen people don't jump in there and vote and immediately skew the entire poll results, okay? Because it's kind of funny. I'll definitely say this. It's weird to me that we get so many people who subscribe to make the subscriber goals happen, but then when the actual polling starts, we don't get like half that many people voting. And that's kind of weird to me. So let me get this straight. You would actively pay, to be a part of the event and support the channel, but then you wouldn't do the free portion of the voting later. That kind of blows my mind. So please vote if you have not yet. A lot of people are hilariously complaining. Oh, I don't think I like the games that are in the lead. Then why didn't you vote? You can easily change the poll results. I'm telling you. Within just a few days, you could flip the whole poll on its head if you vote. So please vote. Okay? Okay. Hold on. I'm going to turn on the fan because it is getting hot in my office already again. This week's going to be rough, I get the feeling, because finally the temperatures here in Washington are starting to flip. They're finally not really that cold anymore outside. Instead, they are getting very, very warm because the sun is out all day. Right now, I just started. It's 11 a.m. and the sun is beating on my office wall. And it probably will continue to beat on my office wall the entire afternoon until it starts to get, dark around like 5, 6 p.m.-ish. So I've got 6 hours of intense heat in the office here. So more than likely, I'm going to have to start getting ready for the air conditioner. The problem there is I need to buy the insulation tape and stuff to get the air conditioner ready for the window. And how do you do that during a pandemic lockdown, right? So I think Home Depot is open. So maybe one of these days that I have off on a Tuesday, I'm going to have to head over to Home Depot or Lowe's and see if they have it and buy it to set this up. I don't want to turn on the air conditioner. I don't. It's not hot. Outside, it's not hot. But in this office, it is. It's crazy. So, it sucks. I don't understand why we have to have beating sun in the spring. It's supposed to be fucking spring. Spring brings April showers. Where are the April showers? How are we going to have May flowers without the April showers? This sucks. Oh, Wings Dynasty says you need central air. I would love central air. Only problem about that, when I first moved in, I realized that there was barely no circulation in the coming through the vents in the rooms on the sides of the house, like my room, Kat's room right next to me. I realized there was no air. So when a guy came in, we had a guy come in to clean our furnace, change out the filters and stuff. And I was curious when he was here. I was like, what do you know about this? Because it looks like we don't get any circulation upstairs. So he went and looked at the duct system under the house. He's like, yeah, they designed the whole thing wrong. He's like, basically the way they designed it, the air will only push to the downstairs and 2 of the rooms upstairs, including the bedroom and the bathroom. But they don't go to the other rooms of the house. So the whole duct system's wrong. He's like, even if you bought a central air system for your house and had it installed, your rooms on the edge of the house still would not cool because of the way they designed this ductwork. It's wrong. So they would have to redo the whole duct system and then have a central air system installed. He said upwards, I could expect that to be between $10,000 to $15,000. Guess how much money I don't have? Right? So, that when I first moved in here, that was the beginning of the whole snowballing financial issue. if things had not gone south with my YouTube channel, maybe within a few years I would have been able to pay off my debt and afford doing something like that. Sadly, because my YouTube channel was trolled, it fucked me over financially completely, and I just got worse and worse into financial issues. That was like the beginning of the end for me. So it is what it is. That's all history, all right? But you know, it really sucks that I'm kind of stuck here with, you know, I'm between a rock and a hard place. It's like, I'm hot as hell in the office. I got the fan blasting. I got the window all the way open. What do? Do I just suffer with it? Or do I hook up the air conditioner? Number one, I don't have the stuff for it, but I could try to get it done. But now my bills go up because I turn on the air conditioner every day, right? So it's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I think for now, I'm just gonna tough it out. You know, I'm just gonna tough it out. Maybe I can get through all of April without turning on the air conditioner, and then maybe I have to do so in May. I don't know. We'll have to see, but. So anyway, oh, excuse me. So guys, let us now talk about more positive things, shall we? So I've already reminded you to vote for the Viewer's Choice event. Just trying to think if there's anything else. I would just say this, guys. Thank you again for the overwhelming amount of support lately. We're on a 20 vest streak. 20 straight streams where we have hit the tips goal and I've put on the vest. Can we hit 21 today on the Resident Evil 3 stream? I don't know. I certainly, you know, I have absolutely no idea how it's going to go today. I'm incredibly grateful for anything that you guys do support-wise, but thank you for 20 straight streams. It's been amazing. As I've already told you guys, that money has gone towards paying very important things like a car payment, health insurance payment, condo dues, a tax payment, and, you know, coming up, they're going to pay for things like tomorrow's game, Final Fantasy VII, and other bills and things. So thank you guys for the support. Really, thank you so much. Okay, let's see what happens. If we hit the tips goal today, the vest streak continues. Will we hit it on the stream? I don't know. Okay. All right, guys. So continuing on. Continuing on. Let us now get to the gratuitous plugs segment of the stream. I thank you guys very much for 11 plus years of being a content creator on the internet. Being able to daily share my gaming experiences with all of you has been an amazing thing. I'm a lifetime gamer. It has been my hobby, and now it's been able to be my job for quite some time. I'm so lucky that I get to do what I love for a living. Most people don't get to say that. Most people, sadly, you know, end up in careers or jobs where it's just kind of something they do to make a buck, and that's not the case with me. With me, I actually love what I do, and that's really sweet. In addition to that, I'm able to keep doing what I'm doing during this lockdown pandemic that the world is in, and I'm incredibly grateful for that as well. You know, like, it's so amazing that I get to keep putting out entertaining, positive, and fun streams for all of you. Many of you contacted me and said thank you for, you know, still doing this, because it's basically distracting people from all of the stress and drama and everything going on in real life. And I hear ya, because these streams do the same thing for me too. You know what I mean? So thank you very much for all of this. I'm so grateful. All right. Today I'm a full-time streamer. You know, at one point I was a full-time YouTuber, and it was all about views and ad revenue, and those days are long gone. Now it's about just putting out fun, entertaining streams for you guys on a daily basis. I do this full-time 6 days a week. I also upload all of my streams over on DSPGaming on YouTube and archive them so that if you cannot watch them live, all right, you can get caught up over there. And that way you can watch them on demand whenever you want. All right, it's pretty cool in that regard. So if you like that, if you like the fact that I'm here so much and so consistently, and if you like the fact that I archive my stuff so you can get caught up if you can't be here live, and you want to see all of this continue, please consider contributing via one of the methods that I'm going to outline in just a moment, because it is crowdfunding that keeps me going. It's not like the old days where it was about ad revenue. It's all about crowdfunding. You guys coming out and being actually supportive during the live streams. That's what allows me to keep doing what I love for a living. So please consider contributing. But before I even mention a single method by which you can contribute, I just smacked my mic by accident. Before I mention a single method by which you can contribute, I'd like to tell you up front that contributions are not mandatory. I'm streaming here on twitch.tv completely for free. You guys are able to watch completely for free, and my streams will always be free. That's how it works, all right? But if you like this stuff so much that you want to see it continue, that's great. Please contribute if you can. I've always said, I feel the best streams are ones where we're having a good, positive time. We're having so much fun with games. You're seeing my reactions. I'm interacting with you guys. It's just a fun, social, organic experience. Then, contributions come naturally. I don't have to sit here and harp on it and ask you constantly, sub to the channel, please cheer, please tip. I don't have to do those things because those things are coming in naturally during the stream because you guys are having such a good time. That's the kind of stream that I want to put out there, okay? I hope you guys understand that. And please know that if you cannot contribute today, that is perfectly fine. I don't want anyone to feel like they're out of place or the odd man out because they cannot contribute during one of my live streams. That's not what it's about. I've been a lifetime gamer. I put out YouTube videos for 2.5 years before I ever monetized a gameplay video, and I only monetized them because I lost my office job. I never intended to do this for a living. I would continue to stream in some capacity, albeit a limited one, but I would still continue to stream in some capacity even if I couldn't do this full-time for a living anymore because I love it so much. So I hope you guys understand that. It's about passion. It's about fun and having fun, positive experiences with you guys every day. It's not about making a buck. Okay? All right, guys. That being said, if you would like to contribute to today's stream, please absolutely do to keep stuff going, and here's how you can contribute. Fair enough? First of all, Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil is a monthly pledge campaign by which you guys contribute monthly pledges, and if you do, you earn personal perks as a way of me saying thank you for those pledges. I'm not going to go into detail about it because all of the information is listed there on the site, patreon.com/darksidephil. Please give it a look if you get a chance. And if you are a current contributor, thank you very much for your ongoing support. And if you're considering it, thanks for even giving it a look. I also have a Teespring shop where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise. It is primarily t-shirts, but there are other things there like stickers and hoodies and mugs. Cool collectibles that tie in with the streams and my mannerisms and sayings and things. Good quality stuff. I can personally attest because I own a bunch of it and I wear a bunch of it. In fact, today, I'm wearing the I'm Pressing Button shirt, which really applies more to fighting games, but in particular when I'm playing a game that's very action-oriented, like for today, Resident Evil 3, or maybe a From Software game, and I constantly say things like, I dodged, I swear I did this, and it didn't come out. Sure, it applies to that, right? So just one of those cool designs that you can get over on my Teespring shop. If you get something off my Teespring, you get a cool collectible, and I get a little bit of support out of it. The shirts are very high quality. This particular shirt I'm wearing today, I've owned for 3 years. And it has never worn out because I select the higher grade material so you guys get a better collectible out of it. I barely make any. I make like $2, $3 a sale over there. I'm being transparent with you guys. It's not about money. It's about you getting something cool out of it. All right. So give it a look. That's teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Okay. Now, if you're here live on the stream, chances are you probably want to contribute in a way that's going to get you noticed on the stream. Maybe get you some interaction with me, get a shout out or a thank you, right? So if you either cheer with bits or you subscribe to my channel or you tip me during the live stream, I'm going to give you a live thank you shout out during that stream. Now, please understand, you have a much higher chance of getting that shout out if you are abiding by the rules of the stream. And that means obviously no insults, no derailing of the stream with negative stuff. Don't try to get me to say something that'll get me in trouble on Twitch. Don't derail the stream with off-topic stuff, giant paragraphs, etc. It's common sense, but most of it's listed in the rules below the stream that you can check out at your leisure. In general, most people understand it, and, you know, it's not a big issue, and we have a great time, okay? At the top of the screen, there's a stream stats leaderboard. This is something that I manually update during every live stream, including top cheerer and top tipper of said stream. It's a way to get extra recognition, right? In addition, there's 2 other leaderboards that are integrated into Twitch itself for top cheerer of the week overall, as well as the top subscription gifters of the week. And we're actually going to give some credit and recognition to those people as well in just a few moments here on the pre-stream. So there are many opportunities for you to get noticed on my stream for your contributions. And you may be saying, well, what's the best one? Out of a million ways to contribute, right? What's the best one? Well, the best way to contribute is by tipping me. And there's 2 reasons for that. First of all, when you tip me, those are funds I get immediately and I can use for very important things. Coming up this particular week, all right, I've got 2 utility payments, I've got a tax payment, and a dues payment all coming due within the next week. All right. Then the week after that, my mortgage and all that stuff. So, in particular, you tip me, those are things I can use immediately to pay off these things that I owe. All right. Versus if you cheer or you sub or you do something on Teespring, listen, I still get positive benefit out of those things, but those things all have a processing time or a lead time before I see any positive benefit. You see what I mean? So by tipping me, you're helping me in the short term. I could buy Final Fantasy VII tonight as a result of your tips versus all those other things are great, but they help me in the long run. Fair enough? So by all means, if you cannot tip, that's fine. Please, if you want to contribute in another method, I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth, but tipping is the way to go. The other half of that is that we have a 20 stream vest streak. That means for 20 straight streams, we have reached my tips goal. And because of that, I put on the vest as a celebratory thing. Now, why the vest is so popular, I have no idea. It just is. I think people are amazed that there's been this much positivity around my streams for so long of a time. You know, it's been about roughly just under 2 weeks now. And that's pretty damned amazing. So we can keep that going. By all means, please tip to make that keep going. That's been an amazing run, all right? Now, some people last night were having a conversation with me about where do we go from here? What happens if and when the vest streak dies out and people don't really care about it anymore? First of all, some people are like, don't say that because it never will. The vest streak will continue no matter what. We're all excited for it, okay? So if that's the case, you know, great. If it goes on forever, that's amazing. I'm not going to complain, but some people have said maybe a different accessory, maybe some sunglasses or something. I'm like, well, I have real sunglasses in my car, but I actually have prop sunglasses that I wore when I dressed up like a Ghostbuster for Halloween years ago. And I also have gunner glasses that I bought a decade ago when I first started playing video games a lot. I bought them off of thinkgeek.com, which no longer exists. And so I was thinking maybe I could put on the gunner glasses or something. I don't know. So, you know, we're brainstorming, all right? We've been brainstorming about these things. And we'll see what else, what else can be done to get people excited as a reward for saying, geez, thanks for being so supportive on the streams, right? But for now, the vest streak continues. Let's see if we can continue the vest streak today on the Resident Evil 3 conclusion stream. That would be amazing if we do, all right? So thank you guys in advance for even considering tipping. It keeps that going, all right? Fair enough? All right, so all that being said, guys, if you're interested in tipping, below the stream there's a tips jar button you can click, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. Either way will take you to my PayPal tips page. You can either use a registered PayPal account to tip me, or you can use a major debit or credit card as well. Now, if you don't see that option, it's probably because you need to be on the fully loaded desktop version of the PayPal site for it to really show up. So if you're on a mobile device, try to enable that. If not, just jump on a computer. You should see those options, all right? Now, a PSA that I say on every one of my pre-streams, I'm trying to help you guys out as my viewers. I want to make sure that you guys are protected and that your identity is safe. So what I would tell you is this. If you're a frequent stream viewer or a stream contributor, do your best to conceal your real identity. What I mean by that is you may not even realize it, but we all have a tremendous amount of personal information, more than likely sitting out there in the public on the internet right now. Just think about just on your social media accounts alone, how you may have your friends and family members listed, places you like to hang out, things you like to do, maybe even where you work. And all of those things are pieces of public information now that can be used against you to harass you online. And you may say, well, why would anyone want to harass me online? Well, sadly, there are people out there in the world today that they just get some kind of validation or pleasure out of knowing they were able to hurt someone anonymously and they got away with it. Now, for people like you and me who are productive, positive people who focus on our own lives and doing fun stuff, we really don't have those kind of thought processes. But sadly, there are twisted people out there that get this kind of weird validation, okay? So, all that being said, guys, please be very diligent and be careful about what you put out there and do your best to protect yourselves. If you're going to be a frequent stream chatter and contributor, strongly recommend you turn off your direct messages here on twitch.tv. They mostly are used for harassment, for spamming, for scamming, and in general, a bad time. Most people find that direct messages aren't very useful. There actually is the ability to turn on direct messages only for people on your friends list to avoid unnecessary spam from outside parties. I recommend you do that, okay? But in addition, if you're thinking of contributing today, like, oh, I want to tip Phil, Tip anonymously. Say anonymous. Don't put your real name out there. Or use a name that has nothing to do with yourself or your social media presence. Make it completely disassociated from that so no one can think, oh, it's that person who did it, and then come after you and try to harass you. You see what I'm saying? So please do your best. Protect your information. I don't want to have any of my viewers get harassed online for absolutely no reason because of these weirdo people. Okay? Fair enough? All right. Now, let's move on to the rules of the stream. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I am streaming on twitch.tv. That means that I must abide by all the rules and regulations of twitch.tv as a business. But in addition to that, I have my own set of rules that I follow in order to maintain a chill vibe on my streams. And if you don't know what that means, I'll tell you exactly what it means. It basically means that I want people to be able to come here to relax, to have fun, to see my honest reactions to whatever game I'm playing, to interact with me a little bit and the stream chatters a little bit, and in general to unplug from the stresses and the reality of the real world for a bit. Right now, we all need a place where we can unplug from the insane amount of stress that's going on in the real world due to this pandemic. That's what I want my streams to be. So if you're coming here and we're bombarded with toxicity and negativity and disgusting arguments and all kinds of stuff, that's counterproductive. See what I mean? So I have some rules in place to try to avoid that and allow this stream to be a better place. First of all, the topics of politics and religion in general are off limits on my gameplay streams. Reason being, in the 11 plus years I've been a content creator, I've really found that these topics are very, very argumentative. People will get very angry when they start talking about these things and other people disagree with their opinions on them. I don't find that these topics tie in very well to gameplay streams, and in general, they just derail the discussion. You know, right now, politics in the United States are heating up because we're getting ready for the November elections and everything. And all that being said, I'm very nervous that people will now start talking about this stuff more in the stream chat, and then boom, immediate arguments and all kinds of nastiness. I don't want that. Now, the thing is, if we're playing a game that has religious or political themes in it, and we're talking about it in context to the game, that's a very different situation, and yes, of course, that's allowed. But in general, I hate if I'm playing a fun game and I turn to the stream chat and no one's paying attention to the game because everyone's arguing about politics or religion. We're not going to do that. Not allowed in my streams. Now, recently, I have expanded this requirement to cover this big COVID-19 pandemic. We all know that this is going on. It's the biggest thing in the world. We're all locked down in our homes, so we all understand what's happening, right? We get it. The last thing you need to do is be bombarded in real life about the news about this thing every day, then come to a fun gameplay stream and everyone's just talking about it constantly. You know what I mean? So all that being said, please let us not derail the stream with constant discussion about the pandemic. I'm certainly not going to ban the discussion outright. That would be pretty ridiculous of me. But at the same time, if we notice that the stream is getting completely derailed by a bunch of people talking about it constantly, the mods are going to take action. All right. Fair enough? Now, in addition to all of that, if you guys aren't aware, I'm sure you're aware, there's tons of people out there on the internet that on a daily basis are trying to defame me and slander me. They make up insane conspiracy theories, ridiculously over-the-top, over-dramatic situations that aren't really happening in real life. And in reality, it's all just bullshit. It's things that they do to get popularity at my expense, all right? I'm just here putting out fun gameplay streams for you guys every day, period. That's all I do. But these people somehow find a way to turn that into this over-dramatic, disgusting, nonsensical thing that they like to talk about every day so that they can get popularity on the internet. I'm not about that. And the truth of the matter is, I can't do anything about it. I don't have money to sue these people for defamation. So being powerless, there's really nothing you can do besides not talk about it. So FYI, outside of very briefly mentioning this on my pre-stream as a rule, we do not talk about that kind of garbage content on my streams, all right? It is strictly forbidden. Do not bring up anything in regards to that stuff because you will be moderated, all right? Why? 2 reasons. First of all, you're derailing the stream. We're trying to have a positive and fun stream where people can have a good time and forget all the negative crap in their lives. Do you then need to be bombarded by drama and negative crap? Of course not. And that's all these people put out because they're toxic people, so there's no point in talking about that crap. In addition to that, it basically will give those people the undue attention they don't deserve. We don't want people going to check out the crap of these dregs of the internet and then getting sucked down the rabbit hole of garbage. So instead, We don't talk about it on the streams. It's a strict rule against it. Please understand why, and thank you for understanding. Okay? Okay. It is now time to move on to the third and final segment of my pre-stream, which is the shout-outs. This is when I say thank you to everyone who has contributed. We start updating the leaderboards. We have some fun discussions before we actually head into the gameplay itself. Okay? First of all, Snow Carl cheered a 50-bit cheer and says, can we get a name for the DSP fanatics because PewDiePie has the bros, etc.? No. I've talked about this many times over the years. And it's funny because I never really considered it whatsoever when I was a YouTuber. But then when I became a full-time streamer, and we had a regular group of people who were coming by my streams every day and started to become a community and said, hey, you know, can we have something to call ourselves? We made a lot of jokes like the philanthropists and stuff like that. But no, the reason that I don't do this, I'm not going to call you my army. I'm not going to call you, you know what I mean? Any stuff like that. It's very simple. I don't categorize you into a grouping of a mob of people. I feel that's degrading. You know what I mean? I feel that people who watch my stuff are people from all walks of life, all ages, all cultures, genders. You know, I don't care who you are at all. You're all welcome. All right? I don't need to categorize you into some kind of a generalized identityless group in order to say, I'm talking to my army now. I'm talking to the bros. No, I don't need to do that. I feel like I can talk to you guys as an individual, like an individual basis when I'm talking on my streams and give you some kind of a feeling of worth. Because I do value every single one of you who are here to check out my stuff every day. I don't need to turn you into a faceless mob of people for, you know, purposes of some kind of weird cultish feeling of group validation. That's odd as hell to me. Seriously, that's so bizarre to me. And I wouldn't do that. All right? I just wouldn't. Some people have suggested things over the years. I'm like, nah, I had some ideas, but I'm not going to do it, you know, because I don't want to do that. I'd rather have you guys just come by and hang out when you can and not, oh man, I wasn't a big enough supporting of Phil's army of viewers today. I'm not doing that. Not. You know, other people have done it. And let them have their success the way they do things. I do things my own way. I'm not going to categorize you guys into a grouping like that. Honestly, I feel that would be a disservice and be kind of disrespectful and act like I'm not really valuing you guys. I see you more as a mob, a faceless mob, rather than a bunch of individuals. I see you all as individuals, okay? Okay, continuing on. Cold Zero cheered. He says, Snowcrow brings up a good point. And then he's giving some suggestions of names, but we're not doing it. So thank you for the cheer, but no. Galactic Reptile, resubscribed for 4 months. It says, catch the sub, Big Phillium. Thank you, Galactic Reptile, for 4 months of support. Thank you very much. KSI, here we go again. KSI tipped me $1.30, first tip of the day, and he says, I advise you in a friendly manner not to eat a cake in front of hundreds of viewers, but you did it anyway. What I'm to understand is you complain about trolls, but then you do that. I half suspect you ask for trouble, just looking for you out for your image. KSI, as I said many times, and I'll say it again, it doesn't matter what I do, the trolls still will say shit about it. Before I ever had a webcam, trolls were saying things about what I was doing in my content of my videos. When I added a webcam, oh, look how he looks, look how he dresses, look at his mannerisms, look at this, look at that. Oh my God, he has decorations. Decorations? That's like a child's thing that anyone would decorate. Yeah, that's right, because actually, like, being festive for a holiday, getting people into a positive mood on what's supposed to be a positive gameplay stream, that's a bad thing, right? But these idiots will just literally say negative shit no matter what I do. I don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. If I 100% did what they wanted, they would still complain and move the goalpost further and say that it's not good enough. There's no point in catering to trolls. Why would I control what I do and change what I do on my streams for a bunch of shithead fucking, you know, ne'er-do-wells who are only there to shit on no matter what I do and are never going to have a positive impact on my life or anyone else's? I got to focus on the people who are here for fun, the people who are here to support me, the people who are the reason why I do this every day, not the shitheads who try to ruin my life. So I don't give a fuck about them. If I want to eat a piece of birthday cake that my wife made me on stream, I'll eat the fucking piece of birthday cake. And if the trolls don't like it, they can lick my ass. How about that shit? Alrighty then. Super Flash has gifted a subscription to Wings of Redemption. I'm sure Wings will make use of that. Thank you, Super Flash. Ponage 101 to me $10.59 to become the top contributor of the day so far. Let me get Ponage 101 up on the leaderboard here, first of all. So thank you, Ponage. I get this up to $11 in tips today. I appreciate that. Ponage says the following. Phil, happy 1-year anniversary to you and Kat tomorrow. That is right. If you guys can believe it, tomorrow is Kat and my 1-year wedding anniversary. Sadly, we're not even celebrating it. There's no way we can. Because we can't go out to do anything. You know? Like, it would have been nice to have a special day where we went out and had a nice dinner together. And had some special time together. It's just not going to happen. Because of what's going on in the world right now, everything's on hold. You know? What are we going to do? Have a candlelight macaroni and cheese dinner at home? You know what I mean? Like, it sucks. It's just the situation that we're in right now. There's nothing, we talked about it. We were like, if this were normal, if the world were normal right now, we absolutely would have taken the day off from work, both of us, and went out to do special stuff. But sadly, it's just not viable. Okay? So, and plus, you know, we're just going to work. You know, she has to work, I have to work. So, in an ideal world, it would be a very special, fun day. But it's not an ideal world. We live in the real world with all this fucked up stuff going on. And it sucks that this is, number one, we didn't get to go on a honeymoon when we got married last year. Because we couldn't do anything. We couldn't afford it or anything. And then, now, here we are a year later. Can't even really celebrate our wedding anniversary. Because of life circumstances. But, listen. There's nothing you can do about it. And in life, you could sit here and stamp your feet and be angry and upset about shit you can't control, or you can just say whatever, you move on, right? Hope for the best next year. Hope that maybe next year things are better and aren't in this horrendous situation, and we can actually celebrate our wedding anniversary tomorrow, next year, right? I guess we'll see. But let's see how it goes. All right? That's all I can say. But thank you, Ponage. You're basically the first person to really bring this up. I do appreciate that. That some people are remembering, you know, it's almost a year to our probably the most important day of our lives. You know, I will never forget that day, how amazing it was. But, you know, that's life, and it is what it is, right? Okay. All right, continuing on. By the way, I do see that we have some annoying people trolling in the stream chat. You know, I'll take care of them when I can. I don't know if the mods are here or not. But please give a look, okay? All right, Mango Man XL tipped $1.30 and says, you know, I'm a newcomer to the streams. And I want to know, what are these weird noises you make on stream? He's not a newcomer. He's full of shit. I can tell you that right now. I have sinus problems, all right? I have postnasal drip, which is an issue where you constantly have stuff pouring down the back of your you know, sinuses into your throat. Some days it's not a problem at all. Some days it's moderate and it's not a big deal, and some days it's bad. I also have sinus swelling that happens a lot, depending on situations. Like if it's the middle of the winter and the heat is on at night, it affects me, and I wake up in the morning all swollen and feeling like shit. Right now, it's spring season, which means allergy season, which means I wake up, I feel good, and then I walk into the office, I open the window, boom! I get completely slammed by pollen and stuff. And now, here I am constantly clearing my throat, you know, basically battling this stuff. It sucks, but that's my life. This is what I've been going through my entire life. When I used to be a YouTuber, you guys didn't hear it as much because you didn't hear me talking live like this. You heard me just doing commentary over gameplay. And, you know, sometimes I would split the parts in order to blow my nose or clear myself out or whatever. So, you know, every 10 minutes, I had a way to basically get alleviation. Now I'm talking with you straight for hours on end, so you have to hear the raw stuff going on. I've only been doing this now for 3 years. So you would think by now people would be used to it, but people still constantly complain about it, basically because they want to bring attention to medical condition that I have rather than being understanding. So I thank you for the $1 tip. If you genuinely are a new person wondering what's going on, no, I'm not sick. It's a medical condition I've had my whole life. It gets exacerbated by certain factors around, the house, outside, etc. It all depends on what's going on. Right now, my sinuses are swollen and my throat is gunked up. Generally gets better over the course of a stream. Like usually an hour or 2 hours into a stream, it starts to feel a little better. And then it's not that big of an issue anymore. But it always is an issue usually at the beginning of a stream. Okay? So there you go. Snow Carl cheered and says, hold on a second here. That's not what he said. I'm trying to... What the hell? Okay. He says, why can't you do a vote that doesn't require signing up for a website created during the reign of Augustus Octavianus? So I think it's supposed to be a joke. If you're not aware, Snow Carl, which I know you're aware, and again, you're probably just trying to troll, there's no way to properly do a poll on the internet. It's all open for trolling. Straw poll, easily foolable. You can easily put fake votes into a straw poll and skew it one way or the other, okay? Twitter poll, just as bad. You can easily have bot accounts and stuff that vote on a Twitter poll and skew it one way or the other. At least when it comes to a poll that's on a website that you control, you can negate some of that. So, for example, if someone comes in with the same IP address and votes 100 times, we can say that's not legit and we can delete those 100 votes. See what I mean? But in general, because you have to take time to create a new forum account per vote, it's easier to curtail trolling on a personal website that you own versus these public sites that people have already for years found ways around and found ways to skew the polls. There's no public polling site that is immune to trolling, period. There is no perfect way to do it, but the most controllable way is by doing it on my own website, okay? I'm sorry that some people complain that it takes oh my God, a minute of work to sign up for a website, which, by the way, once you're signed up, you'll never have to sign up again. You'll be able to vote on every poll forever. By the way, if you guys haven't noticed, there's been many Viewers' Choice events in the past 6+ months. I think there's been 3. So if you're still sitting around complaining that you don't want to register for a site, it's time to grow up and stop acting like a 4-year-old and realize that this will actually benefit you in the long run to be able to vote on so many events that will be Viewers' Choice coming up in the future that you should just grin and bear it and do it. All right? Stop whining and just do it. And that way you'll be able to participate in all these events. Because I'm not doing straw polls. I'm not doing Twitter polls. It's going to be on the forums from now on. So it just makes no sense that people would subscribe to the channel to hit a subscriber goal for a Viewers' Choice event to happen, then not vote on the event because they're too fucking lazy to spend 1 minute to sign up for a site. Grow up. Okay? All right. Continuing on. 69 Mood Dog 69 tipped me $1.30 and says, I subbed the other day, and then it said I had to wait 24 hours to comment. No, you don't. I waited till the following day to find out I'm banned. Unsure why. Could you find out? Well, I could, but I don't know who you are. You can email me, or you could contact one of my moderators with your name here on Twitch, and I'll have someone look into it. I can't do it live on the stream. I don't know your name, and there's no way I can fix that, okay? Continuing on, Constantine tipped me $1.25 and says, oh my God, come on, you stupid laptop. That's what he said, actually. No, that's not what he said. Hold on. He said, 4 hours, 30 minutes left until midnight release of Final Fantasy Remake for me. Can't wait to play it and see how you'll do in it. Good luck. Thank you, Constantine. Yeah, of course, worldwide release will be different and skewed for everybody. I'll be playing it tomorrow as my main gameplay stream starting off, so. Snow Carl, no, I will not sing happy birthday for Kate, but I will say happy birthday to Kate. And then we got a $1.30 tip that's a complete troll, so I'm just going to say fuck it, and I'm just going to add it to the total tips and not read it. Kanye Glover in the cut to me $1.30 and says, Vince McMahon faked his death. Do you remember that? I got into an argument with my dad because he said it wasn't real and I thought it was. Have a nice stream. I'm pretty sure they would not televise repeatedly someone's death over and over and over, right? But yeah, that was the whole Chris Benoit controversy thing that happened. The tragedy of the Chris Benoit, murders that negated all that. I guess they realized, maybe it's probably not in good taste to joke about someone being dead when real people just died in our company, right? But even when it happened, it was incredibly stupid. I couldn't believe that was a plot line they were going with. It was so dumb. And then it got canceled and never pulled anything like that again, thank God, right? Okay. Captain Cox. Subscribe to the channel. Congratulations, Captain Cox. What a name. OG Rascal Cheer says many insurance programs cover CAT scans. Wow, that's amazing. I don't know why you think I need a CAT scan, and even if I could, wanted to get one, I can't get one because number one, everything's closed. Are you not aware, OG Rascal, that there's a worldwide pandemic and absolutely nothing optional medically is being done at all? Surgeries have been canceled and delayed. What on earth makes you think that they're going to do a CAT scan? Paul Bozos did a 50-bit cheer. He says, I don't really get trolls who tip you insults. Seriously, they're just a bunch of empty-headed idiots. They're actually paying you money and getting nothing out of it. Like, thanks. I mean, yeah. I don't even know what else to say. You're 100% correct. Let's see here. What on earth? Listen to this. King Colin tipped me $1. He says, have you realized this? Third Eye the Third was the Frieza of your chat. Snow Carl is Captain Ginyu. Junior Mint and PW Dubs are part of the Ginyu Force. Oh. If what you're trying to say is, am I aware that these guys are basically like sneak dissing trolls? Of course I am. I'm not stupid. I know that they come in here every once in a while and they try to say stuff that's alluding to a detractor meme to try to get a rise out of me or try to get me to somehow validate some insane conspiracy theory that's going on behind the scenes. And they think that I'm stupid and I don't realize it, when in reality, I'm 100% aware of all of that going on. 100% aware. I just don't bring it up on my streams because the common viewer doesn't need to know about that stupid shit. They don't give a fuck about the dumb games that these idiots play behind the scenes. I'm well aware that people who are banned are in here under other accounts. I'm well aware that Snow Carl and Junior Mint and PW Dubs constantly reference detractor shit. I'm not stupid. Alright? So there you go. Honest Fan cheered and said, why does the phrase Cleveland Steamer so funny? What? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. That douche kid did a 100-bit cheer. He says, I hope you and the missus are healthy, happy, and hydrated. I was curious if you consider playing Resident. Wow. Rainbow Six Siege. No. He says, what about another shooter that's not Call of Duty Warzone or Blackout, like Counter-Strike Go? No. The games you're mentioning I've played in the past didn't like. If there were a new shooter that came out that seemed interesting, I would check it out. Right now, there's nothing besides this weird, what's it called? The people were asking me about it last night during the Warzone stream. Starts with a V. What the fuck's it called? Vindication, Vasculation, whatever it is, but it's not public. Oh, Valorant. That's what it's called. Valorant. It's not publicly available. It's only private beta. Oh, but if you watch a top streamer who's getting paid to play the game right now, they'll probably send you a beta key. It's like, I don't care about that. I'm not going to be playing Valorant until maybe... and by the way, Valorant's only on PC. That's definitely a no-go for me. If it ever does come to consoles, then I would consider checking it out, but I can't play the PC only. I can't even play it. Asmund Gold tipped me $1. Said, it's me. Can we have a tips goal for a new keyboard? Or even better, a less shitty laptop. For a new keyboard, the keyboard's fine. It's just that the keyboard desyncs. The keyboard has nothing wrong with it. It types fine. It's that it's a wireless technology that somehow has issue and sometimes desyncs from my computer, and I have to like reset the batteries or whatever. A new laptop, I mean, admittedly, my laptop is not good anymore. My laptop is shot to shit, and barely works. The good news is my laptop is only used for maintaining the stream chat, looking at Streamlabs, running a tally of contributions. And that's it. Like, I don't use it for anything else. So, surprisingly enough, the laptop being on its last legs for like 2.5 years, it still works. So, it's fine for now. Eventually, the thing will die, and I'll have to do something. But for now, it works. Okay? Let's see here. Level Expert did a 100-bit cheer. Thank you, Level Expert 69. Snow Carl cheers. Which state is Mrs. Burnell from? Philip. Out of curiosity. We missed her on stream. None of your business. That douche kid cheered. He says, have you seen the Dark Side of the Ring? Either season. New Jack episode was awesome. Nope. I've not seen any of this Dark Side of the Ring. I know exactly what it is. Yeah, I know exactly what it is. But I've never seen it. Paul Bozos now cheered and says, I've fallen on hard times. Can you loan me $10? No. Let's see. Vomont Twitch cheered and said, hope you're having a great day. Would you continue to bless us with your presence? And would it be okay if I made a shrine to you in my house? Moving on. Phil Am Gay tipped me $1.30 and says, there's a rumor going around that I'm part of the Knights Templar or a Freemason. It's not a rumor. I said many times that I am part of these secret societies. But you guys just don't listen. You think I'm joking. OG Rascal Cheery says, consider me purchasing a 16-inch MacBook. A MacBook. Seriously, a MacBook. Of all the laptops to buy, the most unfeasible, ridiculously expensive one, right, would be a MacBook. They're way too fucking overpriced and expensive. And I would never use it. You know, MacBooks primarily are used for people who are going to do, like, video editing and graphic design. I would never need anything like that. Okay. Snow Carl cheers. Oh, I'm not a sneak disser. Just because I don't always agree with you. I spend $50 a month supporting you. I don't appreciate you suggesting it. Snow Carl, you literally, on a daily basis, reference the tractor memes. Every day. I don't think there's been a day going by you haven't. And you think I don't realize it, but I do every single time. You're not fooling anyone just because I don't publicly address it every single time. Doesn't mean that I'm not, privy to it. I just don't want to bother talking about it because you think you're so smart. Philly Buckeye cheers says, since Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlords in early access are very popular, have you thought about playing it? No. Level Expert did a 100-bit cheer and says, Phil, would you consider playing the Tomb Raider games for PlayStation 1? They're fun games. Hope you and your loved ones are safe during the pandemic that's going on right now. If you mean like actually going back and playing the PS1 originals, I don't know about that. They're pretty rough around the edges. I remember playing them when they were PS1 games, and I thought, okay, they were revolutionary at the time when I rented them and played. Actually, I think I owned Tomb Raider 1. I think I actually owned the first one, but I did not own like 2 or 3. I played them though. They really look like shit today. They control like shit. I believe at one point they were remade, or at least one of them was remade as a more modernized game. Excuse me. I don't know. Like, I don't think that's something anyone's really interested in. Those games are, like I said, those are games that were revolutionary at the time. They have not aged well. They look like duty. They control badly. And that's why Tomb Raider evolved over time, right? Oh, let's see here. PW Dubs tipped $1.30. He says, I'm not a troll. Sorry you feel I am. The other day you said I was a positive contributor. PW Dubs, many times you are. And then sometimes you reference the tractor memes. I'm not stupid. And I'm not going to sit here and address it every time you do it. Because all that would do is give attention to what you're trying to give attention to. I'm not dumb. So, you could pretend as much as you want. But I know that you pay attention to their crap. And you come in and you try to bring that shit up on my streams to get attention. I'm not dumb. All right? Hillacree to the $1.30. So when was the last time you used your PS Vita? The last time I used it was probably the year it came out. I played Uncharted, Golden Abyss, and like 2 other games. And I did some brief videos about them. And basically, I thought that the Vita was going to be something that I would get use out of for YouTube. I never did. It never was really used for YouTube at all. Outside of those initial unboxing videos and the reviews that I put out. But that's it. The last person who used it was my wife. She played Persona 5 on it. And that was it. Now it just, just sits around. So, and by the way, the PS Vita, what a dud. The thing is worth nothing because there's no games for it anymore. So the thing's worth absolutely nothing. You get them real cheap online. Like, that's a system that if you want to play like Persona 5, that's the best version. But outside of that, I couldn't even imagine a person who wants a PS Vita. It has no use. It's a freaking paperweight. Well, PW Dubs tipped me $1.30 again and says, if you thought I was trying to troll you, I wouldn't have subbed to you for 5 months and tip weekly. PW Dubs, again, I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm well aware that you do positive stuff on the streams. I'm also well aware that you bring up the tractor stuff. Moving on. Now, Snow Carl is cheering again. Oh, but everyone references detractor memes because they're no, wrong. No, not everyone references detractor memes at all. In fact, the people who are actual longtime supporters who are here to have fun and positivity purposely don't bring them up. Even if they're aware of them from other people, they don't bring them up because they're like, oh, God, it's groan-worthy. It's like, you've got to be joking me. Seriously, he's bringing this stupid shit up. The latest dumb fuck conspiracy theory that these idiots are saying. No one cares about that shit except drama queens. So every single time you bring it up, you make yourself look like an idiot. Pillage tipped me $5. He says, do you think it would be a good idea to have a speaker attached to your head and wired into your brain so you could talk to people without having to open your mouth? That sounds amazing. You know what's even better? I would be able to burp and snort and clear my throat, and it would directly be broadcast immediately. You would have no processing time. You get it immediately into your ears the second it happens. How cool is that? In fact, you'd hear even more. I'm sure you'd hear even more, like the silent burps that I do. You'd hear those too. Oh, this is great. This is a great idea, Pillage. Oh my God. Anyway. Let us now get to the top cheers of the week, guys. Thank you very much to the following people who are the top cheering contributors of the week. Hold on while I scroll down. In 10th place, Fisted Sister is tied with Bad Guys. That's actually a tie for 9. In 8th place, Junior Mint 007. 7th place is Snow Carl. 6th place, the OG Rascal, who's tied with RTU Streams and tied with Crap Cock. So technically that's a triple tie for 4th. In 3rd place, So Epic Games. In 2nd place, Darkside Carol. And in 1st place for this week so far, Ryan. Thank you guys for that. Also, thank you to the following people who've gifted subs. We've got Super Flash, Sundance McGee, Super Slade, Ryan, and Bookish Awkward, who all gifted a single subscription. We got Big Papa Phil, DRS Gangsta, Cold Zero, who all gifted 2 subs. Bishop of Mercy gifted 3 subs, and Beastbot has gifted 4 subs. So thank all of you for the support so far this week. Moondog just tipped me $1.30 and says, I mailed you details. Hopefully it can be sorted. I'll be watching your stream either way. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it, Moondog. Thank you for emailing me the details. All right, guys. So first of all, we're up to $27 in tips. Thank you so much. We haven't even started with the gameplay yet, and we're already more than a quarter to the tips goal. We shall see if we can hit it, and the vest will return. I'm going to take a brief break to use the restroom. When I come back, it's the conclusion of Resident Evil 3. I'm not sure how long it'll take us, and then we're going to switch over to Resident Evil Resistance. So thank you guys so far. Let's take a quick break. I'll play some music for you, and then when I return, it's time for the conclusion of Resident Evil. I'll see you then.